Welcome to part 2 of Fluffiest Friends. You're in the right place if you love cute critters, and if you love stamping, you can follow along. Fluffiest Friends stamp set and die bundle is one of the online exclusive items that we offer at Stampin' Up. Hello, my name is Kimberly Smith, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. This Fluffiest Friends is available now at my Stampin' Up store. Let's take a closer look at those dies, shall we? The dies are used to cut out the critters. And we'll be using sentiments from other stamp sets because this stamp set doesn't have sentiments with it. So these are the dies, and I have a few that we're using right here. So what we're making today, so the dies the dies that not only cut out the cute critters, but they also have a few leaves and fun stuff in them. So what we're making today are these cards featuring the delightfully eclectic designer series paper. We're also going to use the little tree stump and a couple little accents from the retired Happy Forest Friends, which is part of your kit. So part of the designer series paper that you got in your workshop kit is there. Now, if you don't have a workshop kit and you're not in the U.S., only those in the U.S. can get a workshop kit. Everyone else can still follow along, but you're going to miss out on some really cool things by not having the workshop kit. The first group of you have already received them, and I've already got amazing feedback about my mom's bag. So if you're not following me on Facebook and Instagram, I did a reel. That's a short video showing all the contents of the kit. So just follow me, Paper Chef, on YouTube or Facebook. Oh, not YouTube. You're already on YouTube. On Instagram or Facebook, and get it like a better look at all the contents of the kit. I think I also went over the contents of the kit in part 1. Stick around to the end of this video when I show you what you're going to get in your, what else we made in part 1. And then go back and see what you're going to get in the kit by looking at part 1. All right, so let's do this. We're going to use Memento Black. We're going to use the little hamster. He's so cute. Last time we used the honey bear. I also have a sample of this to show you. So it's like a little birthday card, but it'll just say, hope your day's a happy one. So you can use it for birthday or pretty much use it for anything. So let's mount the little hamster on a Stampin' Block D. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just looking for my little, I like to sometimes use my little silicone mat too, but let's just stamp onto, just to see if I get this inked up really good. Ooh, you're so cute. Let me turn this around. My hamster is cute. All right, that's a good stamped image. All right, now you're going to stamp it. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. These are so fuzzy and warm. I watched a movie today that's a real tearjerker. My Lost Valentine. Has anyone ever seen that one? With Betty White. I've seen it before, but it's been a while, so we watched it again with our neighbors. My mom loves the movie. It's her favorite movie. And we shed a lot of tears in that one, My Lost Valentine. I saved it, so I'm going to definitely be watching it again. But it was nice to just be in my pajamas. I just do a couple for good measure. Nice to be in my pajamas watching a movie. All right, so that is Mr. Hamster. I know, aren't the characters? They're all cute. You can't go wrong. Oh, no, we're not done. We have to do the bird, too. Let's get Mr. Birdie. Okay, Mrs. Birdie. She's going to be a pink birdie. It's a she. We're going to put the little birdie there. All right, forgot about the bird. Okay, stamp onto a piece of paper and then stamp onto your basic white. All right, that's good. We have that. Now, the other one we're going to be just using a die cut shape I already have for the Hope Your Day's a Happy One. So we don't have to die cut the shape. It is called a deckled circle, in case you're wondering. And these shapes are lovingly cut for you in your kits. That's I think the best value of the kit is based on the fact that you get die cut shapes. Well, no, the best value is my mom. She makes really cool hand sewn bags for you and things like that in some of our kits. But then second is the fact that you get a lot of die cut shapes. And third is that you get a lot of samples, so you don't need to buy a whole lot of different things because all your little samples are what we need for our projects. All right, so to die cut something, you need base plate number 1. You need plate number 2, which is a thin die adapter, and 1 plate number 3. And then you're going to put your basic white down. And then you're going to put your dyes on there. Like so. And then what I did I did die cut some balloons, so we can die cut the balloons at the same time. I'm just using a little scrap of paper here for the balloons. All right, let's find some painter's tape. We'll do the balloons in a moment. Let's do this first, and then we'll run this through again. So the painter's tape is just to keep everything from slipping. Sliding away. So yes, and then also, so Kathy's mentioning about if you're in my Card on Blue Card Club, Mom made Valentine bags for those that have made their 6-month mark. Now, most of my new subscribers joined back in June, and they made their 6-month mark in December, so they got their free swag bag, and they got snowflakes. But then recently, the ones who joined a couple months later are getting the heart bag, the Valentine's bag, and I like the style because it fits a stamp case. And Rita, my team member, she said it fits her Bible perfectly. So that's another use for my mom's swag bags. It's a Bible holding bag because it fits a book perfectly. All right, I'm looking for the top cutting plate. Let's see. I'm just wondering if it's down here somewhere. I just had it. I mean, I haven't gone anywhere. Look in my drawer, and if I don't see it, I'm just gonna use this like really scratch one. Usually I use a clear one for the top, but when I can't find my other one, let's go back to that. It's all good. Okay, so why do I die cut before I color? Oh, they came out, look how cute, right? So I always die cut before I color, so that I have a lot of die cuts made in my bucket of crafty goodness. And then the other reason I die cut before I color is, say you color first and then you mess up. Say you're running this through the machine and it just slips. This little painter's tape slips. Your colored image would get ruined and it would waste a lot of time. I just think it's easier to color later. But for the main reason I do it, because I'm not expecting to mess up, actually. I'm expecting to die cut this just right. But if it doesn't, it saves time. And then also, I like to have a bunch of little die cut shapes to make cards later. And depending on the designer series paper you're using, that's how you decide what colors to color it. So that's the other reason I do that later. All right, so for this little guy, I'm just going to cut a couple balloons. This is for the inside of the card. Let me show you what that's for. Okay, I have this little cute note card we're going to make. Right? And inside, I decorated it with the little Hope Your Day's a Happy one with some balloons, and I colored the balloons a little bit, and there's stripes in them. So that's why I used that paper. It just looked fun. Fun and festive. It's actually fun to have a kit, because after I send you the kit, and then I'm limited to design with what I sent you in the kit, which makes it really fun, because it's like, what can I make with Delightfully Eclectic, Be Mine Designer Series paper, and Happy Forest Friends? They're the 3 papers that came in your kit. So that helps me, decide what to make, because then I'm limited to the colors of cardstock I sent you. Lots of fun. All right, so that's what we need. Let's get that over here. And now we're going to bring in our Stampin' blends. These are the alcohol markers. All right, let's put these dies away. There should be one more. Where'd you go? See, I've already lost one. I was going to put them away, but in fact, I'm going to not put them away because I want to find all of them before I put them away. Because otherwise, if you keep one lost, you won't go looking for the others. All right, so we're going to take the little hamster, and we're going to take the dark crumb cake. Start with the dark color. I'm using alcohol markers or Stampin' blends. And you're just going to go around. Actually, you can probably use the thin side of the dark marker. So crumb cake's a neutral color. Color the outside color around his little chinny chin chin. Around the face like so. I made the arms dark. And right around the outside like that. So now you're going to blend the lighter color crumb cake. So light crumb cake. Stampin' blends come in light and dark. They come in a brush tip. And they come in a fine tip, like you saw me just use. And then I colored over the nose. So I need to use the color lifter. And I'm also going to use some petal pink. So find the color lifter. All right, a lifter's like a blend eraser. So you can kind of rub off the colors or lighten up your colors. Now, I'm going to go over the face with the petal pink. Like so. Just to make the face a little different. I tried it with ivory. Petal pink worked better. I'm still lightening up that nose so I can use my petal pink for the nose. I'm going to use petal pink for the feet. Tying in the color of petal pink right here in the flowers from the Delightfully Eclectic paper. So that's that. And get the little nose in there now that it's lightened up from... Oh, I like how that came out too. Sometimes when you use this, it kind of makes the whole area lighter. So we need our petal pink for our bird. We're going to do dark petal pink on the outside and on the wing. And I just did the dark one on the belly is what I did because this is such a light color anyway. It was just easier to do it that way. And then I did light on the inside. Usually I would do a belly lighter. But then you could barely see it. All right. And then tying in colors from the other rest of the project. We don't make blends in every color at Stampin' Up. We do make this. This is called a crushed curry. So we do make a crushed curry blend, which is pretty cool. And we make a fresh freesia blend. And I thought the fresh freesia would be so cute for the balloon. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do both balloons at once. All right, so go ahead and do the dark around the outside. Even a little darker because fresh freesia doesn't have a lot of contrast between the dark and the light. And then you're just going to get in there, circular motions, get in there with the light fresh freesia. So that's going to tie into the color from the designer series paper. I'm just going to color the other hamster. I forgot I do need two. I was thinking I just needed one, but I need two because one's for the cute little card. But I only need one bird. I need one bird and two hamsters. So it's a review. It's a new zoo review. Did anyone used to watch that show? I need to watch your answers. I'm asking all these questions and I need to go see what your answers are to see how old we all are. Well, we're not old. We're young. We're feeling young. We're all young. We are young. Okay, la 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 la. Don't color the nose this time. Circular motions. So by the end of the series, which is the January series, we will have used all the critters in the stamp set. We've already done a honey bear card. I'm just going over the little area with petal pink. And then I'll also do the nose and the little feet with petal pink. Now for this little balloons, I wonder if the balloons are on the, let's see, if they went on like, there they are. I found my balloon die. I found my balloon die. It was with this other balloon. So what I want to do is take some ink and color these. Fresh freesia ink. Put a little bit on the stamping block. Tap, tap, tap. I'm just tapping a little bit onto my silicone mat. I could do all this right onto my glass mat studio as well, which I've been inking. I've been doing a lot of inking up on the glass mat studio and a lot of blending. Alrighty. We are happy with that. Okay, now, hope your day is a happy one. We need that to be, put that ink over there. We need the black, oh no, we need to bring the black ink back. So in your kit, you have this little bag of goodies. Your Brush Blast butterflies are in there, your Fine Sparkle adhesive back gems. You can see I'm still making the kits. So if you want to purchase a kit, you only have until the 10th of the month. The 10th of any month, right? So be sure to purchase a kit before the 10th of the month. I'm going to bring this back because I have some, I want to also use this Fresh Freesia ink for the bottom of this sentiment. Because after that, I'm done. I don't do any more kits after that. I have to do other projects. I have a very full schedule each month with my course. I do a lot of course development, content development. I'm doing swaps. I'm going to events. I'm presenting. I'm going. So I just have to, after the 10th, it's like I close the event. You can't sign up anymore for the workshop until the 10th of the next month for the next workshop. So the next workshop is going to be on the hot air balloon bundle, which is going to be really cool. So we'll do loads of projects with the hot air balloon, the new hot air balloon bundle in the new catalog. So if you missed my catalog walkthrough, I walk through all of the items in the catalog. I also walk through the things you can get for free. So if you were to purchase this bundle right now, oh, that looks nice. I like how the day came out darker. If you were to purchase this bundle, the Fluffiest Friends and the dies, you'll have enough credit to earn yourself a free celebration item, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to take a piece of basic white. Just get a little... I'm just looking because I already had like a right length. Okay, so we're going to do this all at the same time. Then we'll be done the stamping part, right? So we're going to take a piece of basic white and we're going to cut it 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I'll write all the measurements down later. I'm trying to do all the stamping first. That's my method right now. My method is to get this stuff cleared off so that we don't have a big, mess on my thing while I do the rest of the cutting. So we're going to put Hope Your Day is a Happy One here. Hold it for a few seconds. That came out nice. And so now we're done with our stamping. And we can adhere our balloons to the inside of this card. There were little pretzels on the back. You're going to get to see all the paper in a moment, because we have to cut a lot of layers for these cards. I'm just doing all the parts at once as I'm kind of make the most of my time. Okay, so we have a little black marker, and just make yourself a little string for your balloon. So those are your elements, and of course, nothing is complete without Wink of Stella. We need the glitter on all our critters. Oh, this is flowing so nicely because we just opened this in one of my recent videos. The glitter is a-flowing. So you can see how that adds the nice shine and shimmer to that. And go ahead and, I don't know, add some to these little balloons. Maybe to these, just add it like to half the balloon maybe on one side. All right, let's keep on coloring. Make things sparkle. All right, I see a YouTube channel member supporter here. Debbie Salinas, thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. And do I ever sleep? Yeah, I sleep very late, but I do a lot of projects, but I can do it all with a lot of time management. I get it done, and I have to have deadlines for my workshops. I used to be really, really nilly about it. Oh, just sign up whenever. It's okay. And then I was like literally just going to the post office like every day for the entire month. And it It was ridiculous. All I did was make kits. I didn't have time to like create anything after a while. I was just making kits. So I have to be like really strict, and I have to manage my time better. I learned, live and learn. So it's not about sleep. I feel very energized. I love what I do. I love teaching and creating, and I teach tech stuff too, and I teach Canva, and right now I'm working on a course about how to plan, how to create a planner in Canva. I do a lot of things, but I do them because of time management, or I guess it would be called life management, really. Just trying to manage all the different things. All right, so let's put that there, and let's start cutting. All right, let me get a piece of paper and start cutting all the pieces for you. All right, Fluffiest Friends, part 2. The card is first. We're going to do an Old Olive card. So you have a lot of cards, colors of cardstock in your kit. Take out a full piece of Old Olive. Okay, lay it onto... Well, actually, I typically score it first. So if you want to make 2 cards, you would score it first. However, we're making a big card and a little card, so let's not score it first. Let's just go ahead and cut it. So we're going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead... This is 11 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it 5.5. So what we have is 8.5 by 11 piece of paper by 5.5. Okay, now take the other piece, and you need to make it, or you're going to make it, I'm going to make a couple cards, so just going to go out to the 6-inch mark, and I'm just going to see, I'll just make a couple later. Let's do 6 inches by 3 inches, okay? I'll make extra cards with the scraps. So you still have a couple scraps left over. Yay for you. And you're going to make a big card and a small card out of this. So this is going to be, oops, there's my spatula. We need that. This card is 8.5 by 5.5. And you're going to score at 4.25. I've done this so many times on my channel that I'm not going to do that twice. This is 6 by 3, and I'm scoring at 3. I would do it twice, but I have card making workshops and courses on this, and I've shown it probably no less than 200 times on my channel how to make a card. Maybe more like 400 times. I have no idea. I'm not even counting card tutorials. I have well over 1,000 videos on this channel. So, card bases. I think my audience has this down by now. So there are the card bases. So let's write down the step. So we're going to say note card, a mini note card, because you all got a mini note envelope in your project. Old Olive, in your kit. A really cute little envelope. Look how cute. So that's what we're doing is you got a little envelope in your kit, and I'm making a little card to put in your envelope. Now, even though the envelopes on our website are advertised as 3-inch envelopes, it really means that they hold a 3-inch card. See, they're slightly bigger, like 3 1/8 inch. So your 3-inch card will fit in those little envelopes. Super cute. All right, so this was 6 inches times 3 inches. And then we score at 3 inches, right? This one was 8.5 times 5.5. And we score at 4 1/4. So that's the card. So that's where we've gone so far. Now, we need different layers. There's going to be so many layers. Layer 1, 2, 3. Okay, this will be layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's going to have layer 1 and 2. All right. I'll just write this down because I want you to be able to take your screenshot later. All right. So don't worry if you don't have all these measurements yet. Don't worry if you didn't write down the first part. You're going to have the whole thing written down for you as I do all the cutting. But first, it's time to show you the paper. So I'm going to find like a package that I haven't messed with. Let's see. Delightfully Eclectic. Okay, here you go. Here's a package I haven't messed with. You get a package of Delightfully Eclectic in your kit. And it has some vellum layering designs in it, or some vellum specialty paper. Delightfully Eclectic is a really cool bulk pack of paper you can buy at Stampin' Up. It's in our annual catalog. And here's what it looks like. So we're going to take the pieces out that we need as I'm going through it and showing it to you. Right? We're going to be using this side, right? This side here, and then the back side for right there, because it's good contrast for the different critters. Okay, we're not using this piece. We put that off to the side. We're using this piece for our note card. And this piece here for that section right there. Okay, we got little swans. Put that off to the other side. This one also coordinates with a punch. There's a punch that punches out these really cool little shapes. You can write yourself little messages with the little Scrabble board here. Or not if it's a Scrabble board, but little, you can cut these out. Write yourself little messages. This one's going to be great for Valentine's Day. You got little hearts. Pretzel. We just used this one for the balloons, but I used a scrap, so we don't need to use that piece. Another little library card thing where you can write notes. Some lemons, some flowers, some fresh freesia and flowers, some black. Okay, some strawberries. Isn't this fun paper? Some bubble bath, and then some more crushed curry. All right, so we need all these pieces, but you're like, wait, that's 4 of them. Ooh, where's the 5th one coming from? Well, that's another kind of paper. So let's close this one. Put that over there. Let me move this way off. Move this one way off here. You have what's called, this one, it's called, well, don't worry about this name here. This is called the Happy Forest Friends. Happy Forest Friends. I probably have to open up another packet. Let's see what's in here. Maybe I have another piece of this. So let me just show you, let me show you if I can from this pack here. Because I didn't use too much of it. So your Happy Forest Friends, I want you to cut out a tree stump. Yes, with scissors. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, I'll do that in a second. Let me show you the paper. Isn't that cool paper, though? So a little tree stump. Why? Because the little bird is going to sit on the tree stump. I just thought this was such cute paper. So I included this in your kit because it goes with our Fluffiest Friends concept, right? Okay, this piece. We need this piece here. That's this piece here. Now, sometimes you have packs of paper and different things coordinate. So in this case, the Delightfully Eclectic doesn't have a lot of the same colors as this paper, but one of the colors that's common between the 2 packs of paper, between the Happy Forest Friends and the Delightfully Eclectic, is the Old Olive paper. So I make careful decisions about when I'm showing you these designs. I make sure that everything coordinates. I don't just make it up as I go along, which I sometimes do. But today I didn't make it up as I went along. Careful planning went into this card. Got little trees and little mountains. So that's your paper. That's your Happy Forest Friends paper. I'm just shoving it in this bag here, so I don't have to open another package. But you in your workshop kit, you also have window sheet and adhesive sheet and foam adhesive strips and Stampin' dimensionals. I don't know if you could see all that. But like I said, I went over this kit. I don't even have a full kit made right now, actually. I've mailed out all the ones that were ordered before the other day. So I have to make some more kits, but you can look in part 1 to see what was in the kit. All right, so layer 1. I'm going to put my Simply Scored away. This thing is awesome, by the way. Simply Scored is a great thing to get in your starter kit if you're joining Stampin' Up. I love it. All right, so let me go ahead and say hi because I'm about to cut a bunch of layers. All right, hello, Kathy from Backyard Stamper. And Melody, Israel, nice to see you again. And Linda from Stamp Cut and Create is also a channel member. So yay for being a channel member. Thank you for supporting this channel. Hello, Linda. Linda D. And M. Bruner. That's Michelle, right? And Christina. Melissa from Texas. Donna. Yeah, I'm always, so like, sometimes like, a lot of demonstrators, like, I'm in my jammies, right? A lot of demonstrators start out like, oh, and they do all this like talking at the beginning of the video, which is fine. I mean, you do you, I do me. But like, I'm in my pajamas right now. Like literally my hair is just like in a giant ponytail. And it's not like I care what I look like because I could give a flying hoot. But it's just more of like, why? Like, let's craft, you know? So anyway, that's my point. I'm in my pajamas, just go live. It is what it is. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, crafting and jammies is fun. Hello, Diana from Arizona. And Pat, nice to see you. Okay, use it for your Kindle. Oh my goodness, the bag fits your Kindle? You must have a mini Kindle for my mom's bags to fit your Kindle. Hello, Lisa. That was Kathy. She's talking about the bags my mom has. Use your Kindle. So Lisa from Canada, right? And Denise is here. All right. So let's see. Anyway, let me not get distracted. I'm going to cut the first layer. The first layer. Oh yes, please like this video. Thank you, Melody, because 18 are watching live. 10 likes. Awesome. Awesome sauce. We're going to do 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then the next one's going to be a 1/4 inch smaller than that. So we're going to do 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. That's the first layer. Save your little scraps. Put that over here. Next layer, the flowers, 1/4 inch smaller. So instead of 4 inches by 5 1/4, we're going to do 3 3/4 inches by 5. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to get the little dazzle paper we need. That dazzle paper was in with your Be Mine paper. Let me see. This paper. So you need this little dazzle paper. Be dazzling. We used some of it for our first card. So we used a piece like that. We're going to use a 1/2 inch strip this time. So take out this piece. And we're going to go ahead and make this 1/2 inch. So there's like 6 layers on this card. I hope I did that right. It's 1/2 inch. Oops. Nope, it was 1 inch. Actually, maybe you have 1 inch left over. Ooh, saved by the incompetency of my card making. All right, look at this. I didn't do a 1/2 inch, and it wasn't 1 inch either. Let's see what's left over. Oh, that would look good. It says 1/2 inch. It's a whole inch. A whole inch. So we're going to go like that. All right, there we go. It wasn't this one's 1/2 inch. I knew that this one's 1/2 inch. All right, this one's a whole inch. So we're going to do that, and we're going to layer it onto here. So, like that. Okay, so 1 inch by 5 1/4. So you could cut it 5 1/4, or you could try to trim it the way I usually do it afterwards. But I'm going to do it afterwards. All right. We need to start adhering before we get too far into this project. Let's move some of these papers out of the way. We need this paper still. We're done with that paper. We got our little, oh no, we're not done with this paper. We need our tree stump. So cut out your little tree stump. And yes, you could use your scan and cut, but we don't have time for that right now. Our table's covered with a die cutting machine. And if you only have one thing to do, I say, when you take out your scan and cut, I do everything at once when I get it out. Do all your pieces at once. But this case, I'm just cutting this with the scissors. It's just way easier. Okay. So it's just easier to chop off a little piece. Sort of go around. You can see how that little crumb cake color ties in. So anyway, some of us ask you to like a video, and the reason we ask you to like a video is because it's called engagement, and if you like the video, and you share the video, and you comment on the video, those are signs of engagement. And then YouTube then will in turn share this video with complete strangers who don't know anything about my channel, because they're like, hey, her peeps like this video. It must be good enough to share with others. And then they suggest it to others, and that's how I get new subscribers. And I'm almost up to I have almost, I think, 39,000 or over 38,000, 39,000 right now subscribers, because the channel I've been at it for so long, and channel gets good engagement because I have my peeps here who write comments and make thumbs up or put thumbs up, and they write when I have a little community post. They put things on my community post and everything. So it's all good. Thank you for your engagement. So that's why. So it's not just like, hey, we care about likes. We care about our videos being shared with the world. Like, that's why I'm doing this, to share my, you know, card designs and creativity, and we want more people to see it. All right. I mean, why not have more people see it? You go through all the efforts, you want more people to see it. Nothing wrong with that. All right, layer 1. Back to this measurements. 5 1/4 times 4. The next layer was 5 times 3 3/4. And then I showed you the dazzle. So this is the dazzle, bedazzling, or more dazzle, something like that. So this one's delightfully eclectic. Delightfully eclectic again. And then the dazzle paper would be 5 1/4 times 1 inch. All right, now we have 3 more layers. So there's really actually 6 layers to this card. Layer. And then this is gonna have 3 layers because of the. All right. We have this layer, and this layer. So the next layer is going to be Happy Forest Friends. Happy Forest Friends. Okay. And then the next 2 are going to be layer 5 will be Delightfully Eclectic again. And Delightfully Eclectic. All right. So for the Happy Forest Friends, here's your piece of paper. And we have 3. Let me get some room here. 3 3/4. By 2 1/2. Let's see. That looks kind of big, but I guess that is the size. Let's check it on your card. All right, let's check it on your card. Good. And this is a brand new design of mine. This is one of my newer recipes. So pretty cool. Oh, you thought the hamster was a cat? Does it have whiskers? No, there's no whiskers on it. It's a hamster. I always get my animals wrong, and it's kind of like an ongoing joke among people who watch my channel. The other day, they were like, that's not an octopus. That's a jellyfish. And I was like, oh my gosh, it is a jellyfish. Like, duh. So anyway, it's all fun. All right, so we need this paper now. The next layer is going to be, oh, here, let's write this one down. 3 3/4 times 2 1/2. You're going to be able to take a screenshot of all this when you're done. So the next layer is going to be 1/4 inch smaller than that. So 3 1/2 times 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Don't attach these yet because we got to layer that piece of dazzling through there. Okay? Yep, that's good. And now we need the back of one of these, the back of this one. So now we need, 3 1/2 times 2 1/4. And now we need one more 3 1/4. You guessed it. Times 2 inches. 3 1/4 times 2 inches. I'm going to go this way. 2 inches. All right, let's see what we can adhere together. We still have the other layers to make, so let's see. We can take this. We can layer 1, 2, the first 3 layers. So we can do. Don't tell me I just cut my... Did I just cut my piece that I needed for this? I just may have. Or is this it? Huh. I think I just cut my piece I needed for that. Good thing I'm the paper chef and have a limitless number of papers. So we will grab another. All right. You stay there. Don't be bad and moving into my trimmer. It just hitchhiked onto my trimmer. And 5 by 5. All right, there we go. Let's start adhering the layers. I realized some of you are just having fun hanging out and that you probably didn't get your kit yet because I just did mail them just late last week. Some on Saturday we mailed. You should get a shipping notification and you should get your kit within a few days because I try to send everything priority mail. All right, the flowers, see how they go? It doesn't really matter how they go because some are upside down and some are right side up. But I like the ones on the bottom to be kind of right side up, so I want the paper to look like that. And now I'm going to put this paper down next. This is the old olive piece. And then I'm going to put the dazzle over the top of that. But then the other things will be on top of that. So these are my layers. So really dazzle would kind of be technically layer 4 because of the stacking order of the item, not the item, of the thing. So it's really kind of like layer 4, see? So that's going to go across like so. All right, I'm putting adhesive on both sides. This stuff is kind of hard to adhere. So, I mean, without a lot of adhesive. So you got to put it on both sides. Okay, get that centered. Give it a good rub. Now, this is how I like to get my excess off, like that. That way I make sure I have good coverage. And I don't have, I didn't cut it a little bit short. I would never cut it short this way. And I just cut it off like that way. Okay, now these two, going to adhere them together. We're going to take this piece and put it on that piece. I still have my trimmer out because we still need to make the smaller card. I'm just getting all these layers done. Okay, see how that's layered there? And then you're putting this on top of it. So, alone, each one of these would be like, whoa, like too crazy busy. But I think they're all busy, but then they contrast between the layers. I was careful to make sure this contrasted with that, this contrasted. So then it gets better as you layer up the card. And then we want to use glue for this one because you're going to pop up the bird. So I'm going to put this one down with glue. And you might want to take all your little pieces that we made and just sort of layer it up. See? Well, here they are. Here's the little pieces. So before you start putting the glue on the bird, maybe kind of lay that there. And then kind of put your bird here. So that way, when you put this down, you're going to kind of test where everything's going to be. See? Something like that, right? So you're sort of laying out your card design. So I'm putting this one down with glue and putting that one down with rolling adhesive so that I can pop up the bird and the hamster. So I hope you're learning lots of new techniques because that's what these workshops are all about. Technique, blending, die cutting. Sometimes we use adhesive sheets. We do stamping, blending, adhesive sheets, coloring with alcohol markers. Sometimes we do embossing. We make shaker cards, or shaker project. We do box making. There's so many techniques we do in these workshops. I haven't even attached this to the card yet. This is just the layers. So there. Put that about there in the center, and then we're going to pop these up with dimensionals. So let's get to this part in a minute. It's easier to do dimensional part after this part is onto the card while it's flat. See, it's still relatively flat. All right, back to our measurements. All right, I've got some glue oozing out. I'll just put that over there. We have to use that little blob of glue for something good, maybe. We might be able to use it. Let's find our note card for inspiration. We have a note card, so we need the note card. We're just going to check it out. It's 3 inches wide, right? So the next layer is going to be, you guessed it, since the note card is 3 inches wide, then this is going to be 2 3/4, right? Times 2 3/4, which is a square. And then the layer after that's going to be 2 1/2 times 2 1/2. And then on top of both layers, it's going to be 2 3/4 times 1/2 inch. We already have that part done. This is the dazzle paper. Dazzle, more dazzle, whatever. Happy Forest Friends is going to be the outside. Happy Forest Friends. Okay, let's make a little, this is going to be our key. So when you take a picture, HFF equals Happy Forest Friends. Okay, and then DE equals Delightfully Eclectic. DELIGHT, Delightfully. ECLECT, Eclectic. And then you know what the dazzle is. All right, so that's the measurements. All right, take your screenshot. I'm going to be cutting while you're doing that. I don't know why. This piece is going to be the 2 1/2 piece. I love these little tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips. 2 3/4 times 2 3/4. Okay, and then this little piece. I'm moving that off to the side. I need my room here. I'm going to put this here. I hope you got that. If not, you know, just rewind. I mean, it's a video. Don't worry about it. Just rewind and pause and press pause. So Kathy says she likes the way I layer the DSP. Yeah, so because if you use DSP for layering as opposed to heavier things like that way your card is not heavy in the mail. You don't have to pay extra or anything like that, which is nice. So I'm putting a little bit there. I'm putting just a little bit of adhesive back here. Tucking in the extra adhesive. This stuff is kind of thick, but the DSP is not thick. All right. Save these little dazzle pieces. We'll use them for something, I'm sure. I just like having extra vellum and extra dazzle paper for layering your cards. All right, the final assembly. So that's the inside of the card, which is the same as the outside piece. So that's going to be your 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the inside of your card. Hope your day is a happy one. So this is an insert with a birthday present. Or you could put a little card. Or if you're giving someone flowers, you give them a little card with it. Or an insert with a birthday present, like a care package too. That goes on the outside. Now I only put one butterfly on these because I'm not sure how many people are going to sign up for my Fluffiest Friends workshop series. And I did order butterflies, but they're not here yet. So I just didn't want to use up all my butterflies. So I just put 1 on each, but you can go ahead and put 3 on each if you want to put 3 on each. I'm looking for my butterflies. My butterflies. Okay. Here's my butterflies. So let's go ahead and put this one. We're going to pop this one on dimensionals with dimensionals. Pop that up with dimensionals. I'm just looking for my dimensionals now. It doesn't matter how much stuff you take out ahead of time. It disappears before, during, and after your video. Everything just disappears. So even though it was all just right here, things are gone. So I put one little butterfly. See, I put one little butterfly on this. I'll do that again. It doesn't matter. You know, it's just easier to... It's easier to take out a new sheet of dimensionals than it would be to try to find those. Ooh, found my cutting plate, though. That was in my drawer. That's good. Finding things. Lost and found. I'm just going to take out a new sheet of dimensionals because I don't want to keep looking for them. So we're going to pop these on the back here, but I'm not attaching these just yet because I'm trying to put two would work on there. I'm going to put this on here first. Oh, don't tell me I got glue on stuff. I'm going to put the lid on there. And just clean up with your chamois. The chamois that comes with your kit is great for getting the ink off your stamps. And it washes really well. All right, which side has glue on it? We're going to use that side. All right, we're on the final stretch. We've made a large card. We made a small card. And then I'm going to show you what we made in part 1. And a couple other Fluffiest Friends projects. So we're on the final stretch. We made 2 projects. And I hope all of the layering's lots of fun. And you can just use this design with whatever paper you have, of course. That's what makes it fun. I love coming up with new designs for cards. And I love doing it with new products and paper and trying to see how they all go together. Makes my heart sing. Okay, the birdie gets on top of there, and he kind of hangs over that part a little bit. And then let me see where I put the butterfly. And this one I think I put on the sentiment. So here's your butterfly. Okay, I'm going to use a small butterfly on this one. Sometimes you got to make sure that the little glue dot doesn't fall off. So you could put 1, you could put 3. I tend to put 3. I'm going to add 3 butterflies to this. But right now I'm being sparing with my butterflies because I may need these for my other samples. So here's our little note card hamster. Center him. Put a bigger butterfly on that one, or 3. So if you're gonna put 1, that's fine. Just leave it at 1. If you're gonna put 2, don't put 2. Put like an odd number. It's just a design trick. So put an odd number. So if you don't want to put just 1, then put 3. If you want to put more than 3, put 5. Right? So put odd numbers. So here we are with our cutely glittered little hamster, with our cutely glittered little bird. Okay, and what looked very busy with all the separate papers, they kind of come together because they are from one pack mostly, and then they just sort of coordinate together. And it just makes it look like you've done a lot of effort by having more layers on the card. You've given a lot of effort. Yeah, I know, right? You lose things without even getting up. Melody's like, I'm not the only one that loses things with... Yes, I know. I'm just standing here. I've not gone anywhere, and I have not moved, and the dimensionals are gone. It's like, what the heck? So this is cute, right? So you have a little envelope to put your card in. You can make little note cards for people and make a cute little box for them to go into. All right, you want to see what we made in part 1? And what else you can make with this? I have a few other samples. So this is part 1 of Fluffiest Friends. We used basic black cardstock, the Be Mine Designer Series paper, which you get inside your kit. This is something else. Be Mine is part of this suite. Here's some other Be Mine projects, see? So that's like, the paper is so super cute, but it has little honeybees on it. Be Mine Valentine, Be My Valentine. So we made these little honey bears with some more dazzle paper and some of your gingham ribbon. And this little die is how you make your little bear cave. Your Sweet as Honey. Super fun cards. That was part 1. And then something I made when I was unboxing this online exclusive item. We're not making as part of this series, but we will color the beaver, and we're going to make a beaver card. We're just not making this particular one because you don't have this paper. It's called Let's Go Fishing Designer Series paper. So you're going to be able to use this. Thank you, Lisa. She's saying too cute. You're going to be able to use this little heart that the beaver's holding for a nice Valentine's card as well. And then these 2 cards are from Kathy from Backyard Stamper. So let me show you the bunny, because they're both the same. They're rocker cards, using deckled rectangles. So let me show you her bunny. And if you don't already subscribe to her channel, she did a video with 3 cards today. So go ahead and subscribe to Kathy, Backyard Stamper. Here's her information. She and I swap cards so we have more samples. Isn't that just stinking adorable? And then she put on the back what she used. Like, it says, "Happy birthday to you. This is from the zoo crew," or the zoo suite, Zany Zoo, right? Something great to celebrate you. So you can use other stamps. And then she wrote, "Stargazing Designer Series paper, Starry Sky cardstock, Zany Zoo sentiments, and Fluffiest friends." And then this one too, Starry Sky. All right. So that's my samples. And if you want to get that kit, that's cool. By the 10th, if you want to sign up for the Celebration kit to make all these projects. We started Celebration yesterday, Celebration Card Club or Celebration Club. And we made this watermelon card. So if you missed that, check that out on my channel. And you voted during that to make an Easter card. So this is what we're making next in our Celebration Card Club this week. Okay. And then lastly, if you want to get involved in so I have a Celebration Club going on this month. I have a workshop series with the Fluffiest Friends. And I have Perennial Postage. That's another stamp set. Card on Blue Card Club. And we're using Perennial Lavender for that. And we're going to make these 4 cards, Perennial Lavender. And we're going to use Masterfully Made Designer Series paper to make these 4 fun cards. And I didn't embellish them yet because, again, I was low on embellishments. I did put the butterfly, but I'm not sure what other little gems we're going to put on these. But I will. So that's the Card on Blue Card Club. And if you want to get involved in the Designer Series paper share, same thing. It's not on this website, guys. A lot of you go here and try to find it. This is where you shop with me, which would be awesome if you shop with me. I could be your demonstrator. But if you want to just join my offerings, you need to go to the link called Papered Chefs Clubs and Offerings. And the link is below this video in the description. Yay, we did it in under an hour. Hello, Dawn. Nice to see you. You can go back and rewind to the beginning. Did it in under an hour. Happy to do that. That's all for now. This is the Papered Chef. See you again this week for some more tutorials using fun, new, and fresh products. Bye-bye.